What's up, Drew? We're just going to hang out for a minute or two and see if anybody else shows up. Otherwise, it's a solo mission for you.
Sounds good.
All right.
How's everything going, Kevin?
How's it going, Drew? How you been?
Good, How are all the classes and stuff going? You guys are still doing that, right?
Yeah, they're going pretty good. In fact, I'm supposed to contact you and ask you about rejoining the classes.
Oh, okay.
So that's just consider yourself asked, okay?
Oh, nice, sweet.
Yeah, we're running both the in-person and the Zoom classes right now.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
I've been staying away from the in-person though. Still, just waiting another week or two or three. We'll see.
Is it still pretty locked down over there? Is it
Everybody wears a mask pretty much everywhere except for like in the comedy clubs.
Yeah.
But I know that the Comedy Store got shut down. I mean, completely shut down because
I heard that. Yeah.
the comics had it and everybody had it.
Yeah.
You doing any live shows right now?
I just produced my first show. I got a venue, and my friend and I put together a show. We did that on the day of the hurricane, actually.
Oh yeah,
50 people came out. It was crazy.
That's good though. That's a good audience, especially for a show.
Yeah, it's weird because I did a show last night for 6 people, and it was just like it's very fun, the dynamic back and forth. But I've been doing. I host at a comedy club at Brooklyn Broadway Comedy Club pretty much every week, if not twice a week, and then just do random shows I get, and then a lot of mics. And I've started doing a lot more mics in person, and I knew they weren't going to be great, but also it's just like sitting here like, all right, this is what it is now, huh? I went to a mic yesterday, and I think every other word was, well, unemployment's running out. We're like, cool. And that's all. And there was never a joke about it. There was not one joke about it. Everyone talked about it, but no one made a joke about it.
All right, you ready to do a show? It's going to be your show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today's the Drew Beekler Show, featuring from Brooklyn, New York, Mr. Drew Beekler. And in the background, if we're lucky, we may see his girlfriend, who is also a doctor.
Yeah.
Hopefully no prostate checks while we're doing the show, but that's okay, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Drew Beekler Show!
What up? What's going on?
How is that for energy? That's pretty good for only me and you, huh?
Yeah, that's I don't think there's not one host of a Zoom mic that'll give you that kind of intro on a solo Zoom mic. That's 100%.
I'm all energy, man. All
All energy.
energy.
It's all
Exactly.
it just comes from your beard and just exudes out from there, you know.
It absolutely does. So let me introduce our first performer. Ladies and gentlemen, he's the ghostwriter for Dr. Seuss. He was the president of Honduras, and he holds the land speed record for jogging backwards. From Brooklyn, Drew Beekler.
What up? What's going on, everybody? And by everybody, I mean Kevin. But
We're streaming, though, so you never
Oh!
know who all is watching.
Well, Facebook, what's up? How's it going? I'm on your wall. Yeah, it's whatever. But anyway, so I've been learning to cook a lot recently. That's a big thing for me. So I'm watching a lot of cooking things. So I usually I watch cooking shows to make sure that I know what I'm doing before I start doing them. So I've never cooked rice before in my life. And I go out and find a video about cooking rice, and I find a guy. Ooh, we got another person in here that I was on, Kevin. That's why they're here. But the guy says, he starts the video off saying, you know, hey, a lot of people cook rice in different ways. This is just how I like to do it. And just proceeds to say, I like to make sure that all my ancestors and dead relatives are flow with me to work into every grain of rice. So every grain of rice can be as flavorful and full of goodness as possible. And I'm just like, but how much water do I use? Like, that's why I'm here. It's just to find out the amount of water. That seems like a very irresponsible way to teach someone how to cook. Like, I'm just trying to make rice, not become a voodoo priest. I don't talk to my living relatives. I don't want to talk to the dead ones. They're off doing ghosts. How irresponsible is it, this guy who's like, every time that he makes something, he has to involve his dead ancestors. Like, they're off doing ghost stuff, like turning on and off light switches, flying around, making pottery. That's what they're doing. They have stuff to do, and they have to stop and be like, oh man, Joe's got to make rice again. Jesus, like can't this guy just order out Seamless? That's what it is. Takeout service. It's available. You don't need to involve us in any way. It's like, does this guy have a shelf of just dead ashes that he's like, oh, a little bit of grandma, a little bit of Aunt June right in there, you know, just to make it a little, I don't know, just don't get cremated around this guy. That's all I'm saying. He's going to put you into food, which now I'm worried that all of his food is haunted. And now I'm scared of that. Also, what a great idea for a new ghost reality show, Ghost Meal. Like, does this change a chicken parmesan possessed by one of your dead relatives? And then there's a guy who just cuts it in, puts it in his mouth. He's like, oh, it's a little bitter. Grandma? Like, that's like, I just don't, I don't know. The guy, I'm just now worried that there are dead people in our food now. I'm just thinking, is this what Himalayan, this is the difference between regular salt and Himalayan sea salt. It's just the dead people that hike the Himalayas, and they're like, oh, it tastes a little bit like Joe. He tried. He didn't get out, though. That's why it's pink. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's not a great way to learn how to cook. And because he didn't say anything. The thing that, like, that's like saying, like you were learning to drive, and someone just comes over and goes, okay, the driver instructor, you're getting in for your first lesson. Driver instructor gets in there, and he's like, all right, 10 and 2, put your foot on the gas a little bit. Cool. Okay, proceed to take those hands off and just let Jesus take the wheel. Okay, like, now you know how to drive. It's wildly not right. And then the last thing I'll say, Kevin, is that I think Airbnbs are weird. I think it's odd that we go into people's houses where their family portraits are out and you're just hanging out there when they're not there. I think that's very weird. Those pictures are very judgmental all the time. They're always like, hey, buddy, that's not where we have we put the towels. How much you use a coaster there, bud? Like, it's just like, let me live my life. Pictures. And the thing is, like, I think most places shouldn't allow, like, there's some places you should not have Airbnb. It should not be allowed to do Airbnb. One is I went to a bachelor party. I got there late, so I didn't get to choose my room. I got there at the very end, walking very awkwardly, found out that the room I was staying in was an 8-year-old girl's bedroom, which is very awkward because there was pictures of just kid posters all over the wall. There were kid-sized beds, and the girl that I brought home from the bar, no longer in the mood. She said that she's like, we're not doing anything in this room. I'm like, that's fine, top bunk, because ain't no punk. That's what I'm going at. And that's all I got for today, Kevin.
Nice job, Drew. Hey, so what's it with the rice, man? Is it just rice that is the relatives, or is it just whatever that?
I don't know. He literally said it to Emerald. Like Emerald was like, how do you make your rice? And he's just like, I just like to wash it in to make sure that all the relatives make it. And I'm like, this is bullshit. This is a bullshit thing to say.
My relatives aren't helping with rice. There's no doubt in my mind. They'd be like, what the hell? You do your own damn rice. I did rice when I was alive.
And what if your ancestor had like an STD or something? You don't want him touching rice like that.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't need creepy Jimmy. He's dead. I thought I was gone. Like, I don't need him coming back and infecting things. It's not good.
All right, this has been the Greg Dean stand-up comedy weekly open mic. We had a poor turnout today, but we had the wonderful and incredible Drew Beekler. It's the Drew Beekler Show. All this and more, all your comedy dreams come true right here every week. It's the Greg Dean stand. Wait, Johanna's here. Let's say hi to Johanna.
Ooh.
Hello, Johanna. We were just shutting down the show, but you popped on. You want to do some comedy? She took off!
She saw our stupid faces and we're like, that's an insult. I don't know if I'm friends with this person anymore.
Had 3 people just, they came on for just a very short time and then something radically turned them off.
I can't help to take that a little personally.
Yeah, I found it a little odd too when there's only a couple people.
Oh, she's back.
She's back.
Hi, I don't know what happened.
You want to do some comedy?
Sure. I know Aaron was trying to get in too. He said he was having a hard time logging in. Oh no. Hold on. Let me move. I'm having internet. Hold on. Yes, I want to do comedy. Okay.
They're starting to line up now, Drew. They're lining up.
They heard how good the first set was. They came in for more.
Yeah, everybody was like, "Hey, we got to go to that show."
Is there more people now? Or no? Just us?
Just you. Yeah. Just
well,
us.
you're the more people.
Oh, okay. I texted Aram. I was trying to see if he was going to jump on too. He said he was going to, but he said he couldn't get logged in. All right.
Sounds like a lie.
He's at work, so maybe he's having.
Well, me too, but I'm here. That's right. No excuses.
Your work looks like your house. I don't know.
I work from home. So
yeah, so that doesn't count.
Oh, it definitely counts. I am working while doing this. I was working while doing my set. That's called multitasking.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I can do my some stuff.
All right, let me introduce you then to the audience. We are streaming live, so there are thousands of people watching us right now. It's not to put any pressure, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Ladies and gentlemen, she invented the Mayan calendar. She created an energy source from algae, and she has a steel plate in her head. Put your hands together for Johanna Corrales.
Thank you. Apparently the steel plate in my head is affecting my judgment. My name is hard to say. Even my parents pronounced it Maid. I was homeschooled. I'm totally normal. But when I tell my friends that they always say, yeah, Johanna, normal kids don't go around saying, I went to public school. I'm totally normal. My mom taught me everything I need to know about reading, writing, and sex ed. The talk was brief. It was just like, no, don't do that. Oh, and the pill can kill that baby. It's like, girls, gather around. There's a reason your dad's underwear has a secret pocket in the front. That's where he hides the family jewels. And when each one of you gets married, you'll get one of your very own. Mommy, we're gonna get dad's family jewels. Your own husband. They said wait for marriage. I thought they meant wait to marry. We had so many rules. It was eat all your broccoli, don't be late for curfew, and under no circumstances are you allowed to have an abortion. 2 out of 3 isn't bad. She taught me all about evolution. And then she taught me that we don't believe in evolution. Mommy, if God created everything, isn't it possible that he also created evolution? Johanna, it's time for recess. Go play with your sister. They also would quiz us on Bible verses. Johanna, what is your favorite verse in Deuteronomy? Deuteronomy. I would have to say doo-wop, 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 doo-wop. No? Okay, fine, I'll go to my room. My parents, they took excellent care of my teeth. They use soap, all because I said dick. You know, they'd start all the way in the back, like all the way out here, and they'd scrape it all the way through the front. That was my first gag experience. But if that didn't work, then it was time for spankings. It's still unclear what that has to do with my teeth, but whatever. For every lie that I told, I got 6 spankings. If I told 3 lies, 666? I don't think so. The devil can't manifest why my parents are teaching me morals. And if I threw a tantrum, I had to cool off in the shower because devils don't like the water. Demons don't like the water. It's amazing that religious people have such troubled children. They're all under attack by demons. Demons can manifest in many ways. You're sick with the flu? Demon. Disagreement with your coworker? Demon. Rumpled stiltskin?
I don't know where you were going, Johanna, but the Rumpelstiltskin broke up right, and whatever you were going to follow Rumpelstiltskin with, I know I want to hear.
Rumpelstiltskin is my creepy Uncle Tom. We used to go to Chuck E. Cheese to collect loose change for the laundromat. I just love Chuck E. Cheese. It was always like home. It was dysfunctional, lots of fights, and it attracted seedy people. Do you guys know the official backstory on Chuck E. Cheese? Or rather, Charles Entertainment Cheese? He was an orphaned rat that didn't know his birthday. So he opened a place for children everywhere so they'd have a place to go. Of course, our childhood would be rooted in trauma. If you ask me, I think he was overcompensating for his little cheese. It's like Vegas for kids. Flashing lights, live entertainment, and someone's always in the corner crying with wet pants. And if you dare to go into the ball pit, you're going to find a scrunchie and a sparkly jelly sandal and a used condom. Oh, full of cheese jizz. Ugh. That was my second gag experience. Thank you.
That's the first time I've ever heard the term cheese jizz. I like it. All right, guys. Aaron, I know you're at work. Good to see you again. I see you got your resting bitch face picture. Love it. All
Always
right.
resting bitch face.
This has been a crazy show full of energy. It's all over the internet right this second. In fact, if you turn on CNN, I think we might be on there too. Let's talk about what we learned. We learned about flavorful goodness of rice and an herb shelf with dead relatives. We learned about the secret pocket underwear. We learned about evolution just so we could know it's not real. And we talked about cheese jizz. That's what happens right here. You can only find this on the internet and on CNN. All right, everybody. On behalf of everybody, I just want to say thanks for coming by. Tell some people to show up so we get this thing cranking. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye, everybody.